Hello, I am Johan, and I am an atheist. This is my new YouTube channel. I had some videos up, but I realized that they weren't totally representative of who I am and my attitudes and kind of my attitude. So I wanted to redo it. I wanted to make it my own. I wanted to, instead of just being, hello, I'm sitting at a desk and I'm talking about things that I think are serious, I wanted to make it in the style that I usually would talk about it, because I'm not some guy sitting at a desk talking about serious stuff. Anyway, so I first became an atheist probably about 2 years ago. I was raised Catholic, say what you want, but I had a lot of questions throughout my Catholic life, that were never really answered. They weren't answered well. So, but I ignored the fact that they weren't being answered because I accepted. I was raised to believe in God, and that was the normal. And it was weird to think that there was no such thing as God. It was just I was just so conditioned to believe it that changing that idea was very hard for me. But about 2 years ago, more questions kept coming up, and I was talking to some people that thought differently, that actually were atheist, and I started looking into it more, and I started reading on my own, both sides of the spectrum, and I started investigating. And the more and more I read, the more and more I talked to people, the more and more I thought about it, the more I decided that there was no God. Now, of course, I don't know that there's no God because there's no way to prove that there is no God, just like there's no way to prove that there is a God. But thus far, my logic and reasoning and the amount of evidence that has been presented to me has led me to believe that there is no God. So that's me. I'm an atheist here on YouTube. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, so if you're in town, hit me up. We'll hang out, talk about serious things, get some coffee or whatever. I also wanted to talk about the whole coming out experience as an atheist. Like I said, my family is Roman Catholic. They're not like the crazy Roman Catholics. They're pretty watered down and pretty mellow, but they are religious, and they do believe in God, and so telling them that I didn't believe in God was a very hard thing for me, but I did it because I didn't want to be ashamed. I wanted to be proud of what I think, right? My extended family, which includes some pretty crazy religious people, don't know that I'm not religious anymore. And I think at some point they're probably going to find out, and that'll probably be a really hard thing for me because my family is pretty tight-knit. So I'm sure they will be all very sad and disappointed that their nephew, cousin, etc. is going to hell. So that's what I think. That's who I am. I'm on YouTube. I have some ideas up here that I don't really get to talk to with my friends because they're not all necessarily on the same page, or they just don't like talking about it. So I figured I could put it out somewhere, and I know that I've watched a lot of The Teaching Atheist, The Amazing Atheist, The Thinking Atheist, and Theoretical Bullshit, and iMoniker. Those 5 really smart guys, like a lot of their stuff. I would definitely recommend you subscribing to them if you're not already. But I thought I would do what I can to join this community and get my thoughts out there. I am Johan, and I am an atheist.